Okay.
All right, so I'm here at South by Southwest with seriously two of my most favorite women entrepreneurs on the planet. So Pam Slim, Aruni, and I don't know how to say your last name.
Gunasegaram.
Gunasegaram.
Yes.
So from Entrepreneur Musings.
Yes.
And from Escape from Cubicle Nation. So both of you have panels. Aruni, maybe you can talk a little bit about what your panel is about, and then Pam, you can jump in and tell us about yours.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing a panel tomorrow, Monday at 3:30 called Building a Web Business After Hours. And I've done a high-tech startup venture back before, and I started in my another company called BabbleSoft after I had my 2 kids, doing that part-time on the side. And then recently found myself in a situation a few months ago, well, I guess June or July now, where I took on a day job. And continue to work that on the side, and that was for family reasons. You have kids and the economy.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it's very, very common right now where a lot of entrepreneurs are having to take on things that are not ideal so that they can continue.
Right, and I've been lucky enough to find a job where I run operations at the Austin Technology Incubator, so I get to work with great entrepreneurs, I get to network with the Austin community, and they're very understanding of the fact that I am doing this after hours, and great that I'm here, doing this stuff for them, helping them, and helping my business as well.
Cool.
And so that's what I'm working on. That's the panel. We've got some great people that are doing this on the side, on the panel. They've started their business, like naturallycurly.com is another fabulous woman entrepreneur. They have products for women with naturally curly hair.
Oh, I've heard about them, yeah.
Yeah, so she's one of the people on the panel as
Cool.
well. And Elisa, founder of Blogger, is also going to be on the panel.
Yes. Awesome. And Pam?
Yes, I'm doing a panel about blog to book. So I have recently turned my Escape from Cubicle Nation blog into a book, and it's coming out April 30th, published by Portfolio.
Okay.
And I have other panelists that have also done the same thing, Guy Kawasaki and Hugh McLeod from Gaping Void, who has a book coming out called Ignore Everybody in June, and Stephanie Klein, who's local here in Austin, who is fantastic, who I just met in person, who has written actually a couple books from her blogs, and then Kate Lee, who is an agent from New York, who specifically looks to bloggers for book possibilities. So what we're going to be talking about is really everything about the questions that a lot of bloggers might have about, what is it, how can a blog really go to a book? And how, if you do want to go the traditional publishing route, how do you actually get an agent and begin to put together a book proposal? And we're trying to really answer the basic questions about what kind of content might transfer from your blog into a book, or is there stuff that you want to write that's unique in your book that you wouldn't have in your blog? So just have kind of a very hopefully useful discussion for bloggers in the audience that might be considering writing a book for how to do it.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to step back so I can get both of you in here. So I think that 2009 is a big transition point, I think, for social media and for business. I mean, not only with the economy, but I think that businesses are starting to really kind of get and adapt with social media. I'm just kind of curious, as women entrepreneurs, what are some of the trends you see happening in 2009? What are you hearing from your readers on your blogs? What are some of the concerns? What are some of the cool things that are happening?
Do you want to start? Okay. Have some time to think about it. Well, I think what we are seeing with the economy, like my panel, people are trying to get creative in how they can bring income in to either follow their passion with their after-hours job or really cut down their costs to continue at a low level. We've also been seeing people getting laid off from their jobs and really looking to entrepreneurship as a way to fill the gap. And so you see a lot of people who would have never experimented with entrepreneurship saying, I've got time on my hands, I'm looking for a job, but hey, what about that idea that I was thinking about, years ago? Let me see what I can do about that and pull together and research. So I think we're seeing a little bit more of that. And now that we're in the world of social media, those tools are where they sort of reach out to help build what the businesses they want to build.
Yeah, I find it very similar thing, not surprising for what we're talking about. And it's, to me, I think I view it maybe a little different lens. I have an audience that includes women and men and people from all different backgrounds and ages, and it's really the issues that feels like everybody is grappling with, of being overwhelmed, being very afraid, and operating from a position of fear as they're starting to sort out different career options, like should I start a business on the side, or should I desperately try to cling on to my job? A lot of my perspective is it's actually a really great time to be doing that good internally focused work where you really do get clear as to what is the work that you really want to do. A core philosophy I have is that we're all self-employed. I love your mix, right? Where just because you might have a job as an employee doesn't mean that you don't do entrepreneurial things. And in the end, with the instability of employee jobs, that we all, I think, need to be looking at our careers as just managing them as a self-employed person and not having judgments about being an employee is bad and being an entrepreneur is good, or one is risky and one isn't. It's more, is it really aligned with who you are and the work that you're meant to do? The more that you're doing that, and then getting people to know you well through social media for the kind of person that you are, that will make all kinds of things happen. Either make you more employable as an employee in a corporation, or help further your business.
This is why I love you two. I swear you're brilliant, and you two, I think, made probably two of the most important points that people need to hear. So, thank you, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Oh wait, tell us where people can find you.
EscapeFromCubicleNation.com.
You can find me, Aruni, at Aruni on Twitter, or entrepremusings.com, like entrepremusings.com. And my company site is babelsoft.com.
And you're Pam Slim.
I'm Pam Slim.
On Twitter.
On Twitter, yes.
Excellent. Thanks.
Thanks.